BBN Jackfruits. What's up, party people? How's everybody doing? I'm hoping everybody's here in a beautiful day. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all something. Oh god dang it! I got like a ton of screens on over here, by the way, because I got to monitor a lot of different things going on, just so y'all can know. So real quick, what we're gonna be talking about is I want to have a real discussion, and I want to invite y'all guys up. First of all, happy holidays to everybody. I don't know what it is that you celebrate. I don't want to be disrespectful towards the thing that you celebrate, but I also want you to understand that I'm here to I'm not gonna embrace everything, but what I am embracing is whatever individuality that you have inside of whatever your culture is that allows you to enjoy this time of the year. I want to say happy holidays to that. And for anybody that's like, why didn't he say Hanukkah? And why didn't he say Christmas? And why didn't he say Kwanzaa? And why didn't he say that thing that they was talking about on Seinfeld? I'm gonna say I just did. Real quick, I just want to point a couple of things out before we get the show started. I'm gonna send an invite so everybody can pull up, and I would like for people to come up here and just say hi if I would like to. Obviously, I'm not trying to get involved with any BS conversations. I want to just say, which screen I'm trying to show you guys? This one. I just want to show y'all something real quick. You might not know this, but when I play your music on our page, what happens is it goes on our page. As you can see, last night we had Springs on our page playing his music. Go check out Merry Christmas. I promise you're gonna love it. If you're looking to hear any of the music that gets played on our show, always remember, after the show, you can go down there and you can check it out yourself. So I just want to let everyone know about that real quick. How's everybody doing? Freddie Torres, Brooklyn Nesdick. We got Brooklyn Nesdick sitting here. Shout out to Artie D Glass. Hope everyone is having. What the hell did they call that shit from Seinfeld? Anybody remember? I don't remember what they called it. Anyway, let's get right to the show. Got a couple of things to do real quick because I was not all the way prepared. I did not sleep last night, apparently. I'm gonna need y'all guys to bear with me a little if you don't know. I'd appreciate it. Yeah, I did not sleep last night. I apparently I attempted to. I was just not able. Okay. I want to apologize about the delay. Tory Lanez is facing 32 years in prison. 22 years in prison. Pardon me. Up to. I want to say something. And this is why I was pointing out so much the other day about how we have activists that speak about the injustices that happen inside of our judicial system. And they speak about it when it's only to their benefit. Okay, so you do know how often people say, and I'm not saying that I say this, I'm saying that there's a narrative out there that individuals like my son, they go to these places and it's all for a photo shoot. They pretend to do this and that. They get arrested on purpose so they could just look good for the press. We hear that, right? I just want to be clear. So when that's your job, I'll say that again. When your job is putting your freedom on the line to make sure that justice is done, you cannot applaud injustice. Now, Once again, let's go absent what you think about whether Tory Lanez did shoot her or not. What I'm saying, the case that we heard that was put on, do you think that they proved their point? Do you think that do you think Tory Lanez was proven to be guilty beyond a reasonable doubt? Forget whether you think he shot her or whether you think he didn't. I don't care about that. That's not the important aspect of this question. The question is, the court case that we heard was put on. Now, this is why now I have to question, and we have to say, maybe this court reporting that was done wasn't as good as we think it was. Maybe it looked like it was good, but it didn't correspond with the verdict. Tell me what the court reporter is supposed to do. The court reporter is supposed to, from what we do. I'm not talking about what CNN and them do. Copy? I'm talking about for what we do. I'm not talking about for what CNN do. We do something different on the internet. Copy? Most people that have pages, they have their page by themselves. They control everything. They're the ones that are doing everything, right? So we do things a little bit different. With all due respect. So this is not me shooting at anyone. This is just me making a point. Now, with that being said, listen. When we report, it's more important for us to be non-biased than CNN and NBC. It's more important for us to go in there and do the best job. Because you see, CNBC, CNN, NBC, CBS, all of them dudes, they can mess up. Because when they mess up, people don't say all of media. They say, oh man, I hate Fox News. But when we mess up, you want to know what they say? They blame all the blockers. It's every blocker's fault. So we have a responsibility that when we're doing this shit, to be good. There's people that's coming behind us. I'm not talking about whatever shenanigans you got going on with your page or whatever. I'm talking about when we pulling up to these courtrooms and when we're doing the job that we have to do, because the bigger networks isn't going to report on it appropriately. You understand? The large networks didn't report on Tekashi 6ix9ine case the way that I did. Why do you think the book that the dude wrote, it's not doing the numbers he thought it was going to do? Shout out to Homeboy though. He was trying to, the guy that wrote the book about the Tekashi thing. Real quick. So I've been asked numerous times if I wanted to write a Tekashi 6ix9ine book, just so we could be clear. There's quite a few people that actually want to get to my notes. Just so we could be clear. That is something that will be done at some point. But it's not something that I want to do if I can't be respectful to all individuals involved. So I don't know enough right now about how to shine certain lights on certain individuals that might be involved in this, because not everybody's a bad guy. So until I can focus on that, that's not something I'm going to be involved in, because I'm going to do it right when I do it. Just so we can be clear. With that being said, what up, Anthony Olive? He says the internet actually report things faster than CNN. The internet gets the tea while it's still hot. And that's why it's important for us to do a better job. Those dudes tried to do what we do over here at the BBN. All right? What we do. All right? They tried to do what we do. Everybody is trying to redo the Tekashi 6ix9ine shit that we did. I was probably out there in that courtroom But when these people pulled up to our chat, it's you niggas that kept it lit. Let's just keep it a stack. I brought the people, but when I brought the people, it's you guys, our chat, that kept it lit. And I appreciate that. We did a good job. Let's go find another case to get involved in. It got to be in New York unless I get financing. I'm just keeping it a stat. It got to be in New York unless I get financing. Let's find a case down there in Brooklyn is south, right? Yeah, let's go find something to pull up in. Also, I wanted to say something real quick. Shout out to Casanova 2-time. Shout out to, can we clap it up for Casanova 2-time in the chat? Remember the other day I was saying free Casanova 2-time? And somebody was saying, why are you saying that? And they was talking about negative things that involved him. And I was like, yo, but Cass is a good guy. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, he genuinely is a good guy. It's no stunting. It's no faking. It's no fronting. Whatever the hell he is or isn't involved in, he has a good heart. You know that he had a toy giveaway that he set up from prison? Shout out to Casanova. I'm gonna try to get the visuals for us tonight. But so Casanova had a toy giveaway. He gave away some toys and some clothes and stuff like that to some kids. I think there was some sneakers there and everything to some kids for Christmas. And he set all of this up. Him and his peoples set all of this up from prison. So shout out, can we clap it up for Cass? I told you, somebody was saying, go find some stuff out about Cass. I brought something back. Jack. That's the latest on Casanova 2-time. He's locked up in jail, but he's making sure that he give back to the community. That's the latest. Back to what we're talking about here, if you don't mind. Shout out to Cass. Yeah, but just so we can be clear, I appreciate you guys. I know sometimes while I'm balking on the other niggas, it look like I'm balking on you guys, but I really don't be balking on you guys. I be balking on them other dudes. I got to be a little bit more clear. All right, so I'm saying that I am pretty sure there's times that I was balking on other people, but because of the way I was speaking and the way that I was coming across, I might have accidentally created a situation where I got into conflict with one of you guys, and I really wasn't intending for that to happen. With that being said, there's a reason why I chose this image for our screen, for our jump off today. There's a reason why I chose this image for our jump off today. I'm going to show you the image right now. Because we have advocates that's supposed to be advocating for justice. And what I'm saying is this. The court has to prove he did it. There was a precedence just set that he had to prove he was innocent. Our advocates, whether they believe Meg Thee Stallion or not, should be furious. I'm going to say it like this. Listen, pay attention. I'm going to give you just an example, something from my own life, if you don't mind. So for about 3 or 4 years, I was basically the best basketball player in my neighborhood. This is a fact. I'm not talking about the buildings I lived in. I'm talking about the park I played at. The niggas that lived in the buildings I lived in didn't play basketball like that. They was in the other shit. You get it? Copy? So I'm talking about the park I played at. I thought it was more important for my team to play fair than for the other team to play fair. Because when I get this win, it's okay if you cheated a little. You understand? If you're not trying to cheat me, then you're not trying to win because I'm better. So it's okay if you try to cheat a little. You understand? So that's the way my mind works. So what I'm saying is this. That stems from me wanting to win fairly. I don't want to win against you cheating. I don't want to win against you in a manner that I didn't beat you in a way that there is no question. I don't want there to be a, oh man, you only won because lucky this or no. No, okay, y'all ball, don't worry. Nah, just play D. Let's just get the ball back. Here, take the rock. Let's go. I play D. I got clamps. I'm gonna step back and yell at the monk and tell him my man is open. Wait for him to pass it to my man, and I'm going to get the steal, and we going the other way. So now, take the ball. Copy? I'm not even arguing with you. The point I'm trying to make is, when you know you in the right, you want it to be fair. You understand? The fact that whether they believe Meg Thee Stallion was telling the truth or not, that they're not upset that Tory Lanez had to prove his innocence rather than the prosecution prove his guilt. You've seen the image I use, right? I want to remind y'all that this is a man that has a child, that he is in that child's life. We know it because they on Instagram. Now I want to say this, and this is to all men. We are more valuable than we make ourselves out to be. If us black men wasn't so valuable, why is society so quick to oppress us and treat us unfairly? We are valuable. I'm talking to black men. No disrespect to anybody else. We are valuable. Copy? As soon as we realize it and start acting upon that, the universe is going to fall in line. Because that's just how it works. We are valuable. Never forget that. Why do you think they'd rather have us in prison than in college? Why do you think they'd rather have us working labor than owning the company? Shout out to Kyrie Irving. He talking to a black-owned sneaker brand, small sneaker brand guy. Obviously, he's not none of the big dogs. And they thinking about coming out with a sneaker. Clap it up for Kyrie Irving. We are valuable. And with that being said, I'm not taking away from the value of anyone else because I'm not saying other people aren't. I'm saying that there's a stigma in our society to try to deem our value as less than others. When in reality, because of the treatment in which we're more likely to receive, it's proof that our value is higher than we think it is. We are valuable.
My boy Foggy Lens, aka Foggy Lungs, for directing videos. Make sure y'all check him out. Foggy Lens, aka Foggy Lungs. My kind of guy. D-Block, yeah. Ghost told you so.
What are we gonna do? Okay, so let's talk about YSL for a minute, because I'm about to reference it in the conversation about Megan Tory. So what are we gonna do when we're put in a situation where we're not hiring lawyers anymore to defend our rights? We're actually hiring lawyers in order for us to have rights. What do we do when that happens? Anybody thought about that yet? Because they're cheering this verdict, right? This verdict is the greatest thing to these guys, right? They don't care about the fact that Tory Lanez had to prove he was innocent, rather than the prosecutor has to prove he's guilty. The problem is they're supposed to, because they are activists. That's the problem. They're not regular people. They're not the guy that, works at UPS, with his wife that's probably, as a CEO of some kind of company. He just likes to work. I don't know what to tell you. They're not regular families. We're not talking about regular people. We're talking about somebody who it's their job to seek justice for our people. How's everybody doing this morning? I want to invite y'all guys up. I thought I did already, but apparently I didn't. Anybody want to come up here and say what's up? Chop it up. It's Christmas Day. Because at the end of the day, this is the Christmas Day. So anybody want to come up here and chop it up? Please. Obviously, you're going to have to show me a face, and I'm not dealing with widows. I'm not doing that. Especially that one dude that keep coming up here. I think I kicked him for good, though. The one guy that keeps coming up here, and he's trying so hard to have an argument with me. Like, what the fuck, yo? Like, come on, man. Peace and love, yo. You feel me? Let's move with God's energy. We can have a discussion without being at opposing viewpoints of it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we could build on a concept or idea. I like doing that. That shit is dope. You know what I'm saying? That's how you come up with new everything, basically. Like new. How do you think I come up with new slogans and shit? How do you think I come up with like new sayings and stuff like that? I be thinking about ideas. I be thinking about concepts. When I go into that courtroom, right, and I'm reading the room, however, I'm doing, right? I don't find it difficult. I find it pretty simple. I find it pretty easy, right? And I'm going to tell you what happens. When you're doing your job and via social media, people are going to come up to you. They're going to ask you questions. You got two choices. You can sit there and politic and laugh and joke with them and take your focus off of what's happening in the courtroom. Or you can be polite, talk to them for a second, dap them up, and respectfully let them know that you got to get back to work. Guess which one I do? If you said the latter, bingo. So you can't be in the courtroom being a celebrity. You're at work. When you're at work, you are never a celebrity. You understand? Even when you're a celebrity, I want to say something. You know how people say I'm not humble? How come I'm the only one that did this that didn't let the fame go to my head though? I did my job when it was time to do my job. And remember, when I covered the court case and I was in that courtroom, everything I was saying was coming up in the cheering script. Just so we could be, and shit I was saying before the court started. So we could be clear. Before court started, shit I was saying was putting up on the transcript. I guess that happens at every court case though. So it is what it is. We're pretty accurate over here. We're pretty good here. Because I talk with you guys. I like talking with you guys. Let's get to it. Real quick. Favorite Christmas movie. Put it in the chat. What's your favorite Christmas movie? Put it in the chat. I want to know. What's your favorite Christmas movie? A lot of people say Die Hard is the best Christmas movie of all time. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. It was set, I believe, during Christmas. Yeah, it was set during Christmas. It came out during Christmas time and shit. Die Hard, a lot of people consider that the greatest Christmas movie. National Lampoon's Christmas was funny as heck. That was funny. Definitely not nowhere near greatest, but it was funny. Put it in the chat what y'all want to talk about. We 27 minutes in. This is Christmas. Put it in the chat. Somebody said Sue Surf in Jersey. I wasn't clear about what you meant by Sue Surf in Jersey. The internet doesn't face check like a journalist. I don't even know what he meant by that. I'm not sure what he meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was in the middle of talking, so I didn't want to. I was in the middle of doing the thing, so I didn't want to stop and be like, "Yo, what the hell do you mean by that?" You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't know what he meant. The internet don't face check. Internet gets the tea while it's still hot. The internet don't fact check. That's what he meant. No, the internet does fact check. What do you think fact checking is? The Grinch. That was pretty good. Shout out to C-Graph. C-Graph wrote The Grinch. Can I put that up there? That's a good one. What do you call fact checking? Because if you think every single thing that the CNN says they fact check first, if you think everything that media like they fact, no, that's not how that works. First of all, a word called allegedly exists. The simple fact that that's used so often is proof that nobody is fact checking everything that they saying. Right? I mean, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm just saying I don't agree with your point. You have a right to have it though. But the word allegedly exists. Who gets sued, Mr. Torres? You said the internet isn't held to the same type of scrutiny. By who? Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. By who? And who sue? And who sue who? Who's getting sued? Please add more to add context. Like if you ask me a question with no context, how do you expect me to answer it? The internet isn't held to the same standard. He just said big news reporter. He's still not giving me no context. So I'm just going to let Freddie Torres keep. Shout out to Freddie Torres, though. I'm not mad at you. The internet isn't held to the same type of scrutiny. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. I'm going to agree on that, by the way. That sometimes it's good and sometimes that's bad. That it's different type of scrutiny. But remember this. There's pages that don't do anything but lie. If you're considering that media, those guys are not media. You understand? So you might be calling people media who I don't consider to be media, with all due respect. And that's probably where our disconnect might be. You might not be saying anything wrong. Because when you're saying being held by the same type of scrutiny, you might be talking about those people I don't consider to be media. Once again. And no, everybody is held to the same scrutiny for whatever. What do you mean? To say everybody has the same laws, man. So, Locke, you think that there's different laws for the bigger... Sorry. You think that there's different laws for bigger news? Like FCC is like your small news guys, so we're just gonna let you get away with stuff. You think that that's what happened? Like the Sorry. So you think that I'm not trying to laugh. I'm really not, man. So I'm not gonna. If I keep saying I'm not gonna. You're gonna think I'm making fun of you. I'm trying not to laugh. So you think the size of the media dictates which laws they have to follow? Locke is saying isn't held to the same type of scrutiny. And what I'm going to say is the smaller the network, the worse the scrutiny. The bigger the network, the more room you have to mess up. You do understand this, right? CNN, Fox, those guys F up all the time. But they're a large, huge network with unlimited resources. They can mess up as often as they want. It don't matter. They're not going nowhere. But if you're a small blogger, you can't really be messing up. So I agree with you. It's a different scrutiny. Because the small blogger makes a mistake and mess up, that might be the end of his career. But the big news networks mess up all the time. And they still here. So I don't know which point you are trying to make. You said they get more leeway. Do you know how often the major networks deliver bad news? Have you ever seen The Daily Show? Because literally The Daily Show, much of The Daily Show was pointing out how other news networks, or actual news networks, was doing bad news. I'm trying. You can come up here. I might not be understanding you, right? So if you wanna come up here and say it for yourself, you're more than welcome. Maybe I'm not understanding you. You texting, right? Maybe I'm not understanding. All due respect, right? I'm trying to be more lovable, cuddly. I'm trying. I don't want people to be scared to talk. But you really are saying things that I consider to be funny. I'm not just laughing at you. I'm not trying to mock you. And I think people be thinking I'm trying to mock them when I'm not. All right, not a problem. I was just giving you the option if you wanted to. That's all. Just giving you the opportunity if you wanted to. I didn't want anybody to think that I was doing something wrong to you. That's it. Because recently I've been having people come up and they're saying things I think it's funny. And I don't know if they're trying to make me laugh or if they serious. Yeah, so I don't know if they serious or they trying to make me laugh. I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? I have no idea. But apparently I'm hurting people's feelings all the time. And somebody was like, I've been emasculating dudes. I didn't know I was emasculating anybody. Tasha K got sued. So because Tasha K got sued, who do you think? Because Tasha K got sued? Do you know why Tasha K got sued? Stop. Do you know why Tasha K got sued? Do you know why she got sued? Do you know why she got sued? I'll give you an opportunity to go Google it. You're gonna understand why that sentence you just wrote don't really apply to what we're talking about. Well, with due respect. So I give you time to go Google it so you can see why she got arrested, why that happened. No, other people get their feelings hurt all the time over here, apparently. And I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. So no, go check. Do you know why? I mean, I could just tell you. No, that doesn't apply here. You want to know why it doesn't apply here? Because Cardi B asked her numerous times to cease and desist something. Cease and desist gets sent out all the time to everyone. And when people don't follow through with the cease and desist, then they get sued. This happens to large media all the time. And it also happens to small media. She just decided that she wasn't going to follow through and go through with the cease and desist. That's it. It happens to everybody. So that doesn't apply to what we're talking about. That's like saying you think somebody is going to get audited because this other person got audited. Sometimes people get audited. This is a thing that happens. This isn't something that you mentioned and that just doesn't happen. She could have just took down the content and she would have not got sued. All Cardi B asked her to do was take down the content and stop talking about the shit. She decided she was going to double down. This does not apply. We're talking about Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, has she been sending cease and desist out? And then the people been not following through with the cease and desist? With all due respect. No, she got sued because she didn't take the videos down. The videos were her saying things. See, you're talking about people. I'm talking about concepts and ideas. So we having a disconnect. You're talking about what she did and what she did. He said this. She's talking about the people. I'm talking about the actual idea and concept around why she got sued. She got sued because she got a cease and desist. But she decided she wasn't going to go through with it. They sent her a cease and desist, or we will sue. She decided to not cease and desist, so she got sued. She didn't get sued because she said things about Cardi B. She got a cease and desist because she said things about Cardi B. Anyway. So that's what I'm trying to say. When y'all be saying things, sometimes I laugh and I think it's funny, but I'm not. I think y'all be thinking I'm mocking you. I'm not mocking you. I just be really thinking it's funny. I'm not mocking you. I'm really not. And so For the people that get upset and angry, I'm sorry. You're really saying things that to me is funny. So we talking about this guy said, go now. You got to go find something else to come in here and try to prove me wrong about, right? Y'all got to go Google some stuff, right? Or y'all got to go get y'all little group that y'all get together and y'all all discuss how y'all gonna come over here and say something to me and catch me off guard, or 40 or 50 of y'all, how many ever it is, and then y'all come over here and I shut you down, all of y'all minds. All of y'all minds working together. Come over here and I shut you down and you get mad at me like I did something wrong. This is crazy, yo. Freddie Torres says, no wonder I don't win. You going against the grain. I'm gonna go with the Lord every time, 100% of the time. I don't think I'm going against the grain. I'm gonna go with the Lord 100% of the time. I'm fine. I'm fine if the Lord call me home today. So for the people that want me to adhere and do what you want me to do, other than do what I believe is the thing that the Most High will want me to do. I'm sorry. I kind of love God first. It's God first. So for the people that want me to fall in line, I say you should fall in line with God. You know, when you struggle in God's name, it's more blessings in the next life. I'm fine. Thank you for letting me know that, since I'm losing because I'm trying to do right by the Most High. No, it's not jokes. I'm dead serious. What do you think I be talking about almost every time I'm talking? Because every time I'm talking about some kind of something from the Bible. Yeah, so God first. So I'm not winning because I'm putting God first. Okay. I'm fine with that. If God chooses me putting him first, mean I'm going to lose forever, then that means I'm going to lose forever. I'm going to put him first. This guy says, I was under the impression the smaller internet media could get away with saying more things than CNN and Fox. But this is the same guy that just said Cardi B sued freaking Tasha K. Do you understand how these guys just say the opposite of whatever they hear me saying? Hold on. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Look at this shit, man. Hold on. So he says, I say that because Tasha K is like the first person. Hold on. I'm gonna go to the first another comment. Hold on. He says, most time bloggers get way more leeway than major news companies. They get more leeway, right? Then he says, after they get more leeway, he talks about how Tasha K was the first person that he ever seen get sued by a celebrity on. Well, so what are you talking about? And then he bounces from that right there. And then he bounces from that and says, I was under the impression the smaller internet media get away with. So what is it? It's whatever the opposite is of what I'm saying at that moment, huh? That's what it is. That's what it is. Whatever I'm saying at that moment, it is whatever the opposite of that is, right? Come on, man. I'm so good at my job. Look what they have to do. You understand? And I'm still consistent on my point, not moving off my square. How can you question what I'm saying? if I'm talking to back talkers all the time? And my stories are nothing is switching up. I'm saying the same thing. Right. I said Tasha K is the first person who got sued by the major companies, but major companies get sued all the time. Right? That's what you said, right? Hold on. I'm going to put that on the screen, right? Hold on. Look. Yeah, laugh out loud. Right. I said Tasha K was the first person who was smaller. It's like 20 of them, 20 or 30 of them, all trying to outsmart me. Now look what he said. This is what I'm trying to explain. It's a ton of them. They all together trying to outsmart me. Now look what he said. Laugh out loud, right? I said Tasha K was the first person who was smaller who got sued by major companies that get sued all the time. Right? Look, listen. But look what he said. Hold on. The internet isn't held to the same scrutiny, right? Hold on. I could say he's saying that. Hold on. Why you deleted the message? I mean the last one, not the one I'm looking for. I'm going to say it like this. This is what you got to understand. If you're not with them, these people do exist though. Maybe you're not with them. They do exist though. Hold on. I'm assuming you with them and your homeboy Freddie Torres is part of this shit. Now, I'm not going to kick him. Hold on, I'm not going to kick him. I'm looking at what he said. He said, look closer at what he said. I'm looking at what he said. I might have got what he said wrong. Listen. Hold on. I might have got what he said mixed up. Looking at somebody else's comment at the same time, reading his comment, and probably got what he said mixed up. Hold on. The internet doesn't fact check like a journalist. The internet isn't held to the same scrutiny. The same legal scrutiny. Most time bloggers get way more leeway than major news company. Okay. You're being consistent with what you're saying. Hold on. I love the Daily Show, of course. Hold on, okay. I just woke up. I'm not ready for tea. Just because I did invite you up here. Because I said maybe I'm getting you wrong, right? Okay, so I'm just going to kick you. Go get another account. Like, what the fuck is you doing? I say that because Tasha K is like the first person I ever seen got sued by a celebrity online. Okay, so no. Okay, so this is the point that I'm making. When you said some of this stuff, it was a different context. All right, we're gonna get off of this. You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna give you a reprieve. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. Copy? But I'm gonna pay very close attention to everything you say from now on and see if you're doing anything funny. I'm gonna give you a reprieve. Maybe I misunderstood what you were saying. Let me give you a reprieve. Maybe I was misunderstanding what you were saying. No, I never got a chance to read whichever was the message that you deleted. You said you misspelled something. I believed it. You said you misspelled something. I believe it. No reason for me not to. I don't really care enough. Anyway, I just was like, you deleted the message. Like, I didn't get a chance to read it. All right, let's get back to what we was talking about. All right, so Lo, what do you think about Tory Lanez then? What do you think about the Tory Lanez situation then? Lock, what do you think about the Tory Lanez situation then? Put it in the chat. I want to know what you think about the Tory Lanez Meg Thee Stallion situation then. I wish you would have came up. I want to know what y'all got. I want to know what you think. Put it in the chat. I am going to say this though, and with all respect due, if that becomes the barometer for how we're being found guilty on charges, how could anybody be the case? I'm just asking. Nobody's thinking about that. Like, nobody is thinking about that. Like, we just watched the trial where these guys really didn't have nothing. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. Nah, I don't want to deal with it. The prosecution, in my opinion, didn't prove their case. I'm so saying that they didn't prove their case just so we can be clear. Everything, almost everything that Megan Thee Stallion said was contradicted by every other person that spoke. When they, do you understand what I'm saying? If everyone on the stand sound like they're lying, do you get it? I'm going to say that again. If everybody that takes the stand sounds like they're lying, I think we should be concerned as black men if that's the new precedence. I think we should be concerned as men in general, as human beings and as people and as citizens of the American United States government, as citizens in the United States. I think all of us should be concerned if that's the new barometer for somebody being found guilty. What up, M squared? We got Mike Mizak up in here. If that's the new barometer for people being found guilty, I'm scared about it. I don't know how nobody else feels. I'm not going to be in one of those situations, God forbid. First of all, his situation specifically, I'm not. That is not going to happen. That's not possible. Because I just wouldn't do that. That's crazy. If they didn't jump in, if they didn't try to. The neighbor basically said he fired the gun into the sky in a direction that could not possibly have hit Meg Thee Stallion. So you're saying that the person who seemed unbiased, the neighbor, and said that he fired the gun into the sky in a direction that couldn't possibly have hit Meg Thee Stallion. The neighbor that also said that a young lady went to the car, pulled the gun, and then he could see the sparks fire out of the gun while pointed downward and looking like she was shooting into the vehicle. Just so we could be clear, we're talking about that same neighbor, right? The neighbor that confirmed Tory Lanez only shot the gun up into the air to empty it. We're talking about that neighbor, right? Because that's what the neighbor's testimony was, just so we could be clear. That was his testimony. That's not me adding anything. The neighbor's story, that's why. Do you understand why I was saying how old the dude was important? Why did I keep saying that? How old that dude was important. Now you telling me that the dude's like 70-something years old? I expect that type of testimony from him. You understand? I expect there's only certain things that he's going to be able to remember with certainty. Shoot, I want to tell you about a movie. Go watch the movie Glass Onion. Go watch it. Also, if you are enjoying any aspect of the show, you could always smash the like button, or you could pull up to the Cash App, the Super Chat, or the PayPal, or you could just pull up because it's, the holidays or whatever the case is. Also, if you did want to say, yo, I want to do some stuff for BBN for the holidays, we have a Amazon gift list down there. You could always pull up, and I think we got stuff down there for like $15, some shit. You could always pull up to the Amazon gift list and be like, yo, we're going to go cop Jack for something. He's a good guy. We like what he does. We like the platform. We want the platform to stay around. I want to go to a commercial break. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to go to a break. I'm going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back.
Last week, Sergio Kitchens, better known as rapper Gunna, took the first plea deal, followed by Walter Murphy, an alleged YSL co-founder. Then Wooney Lee, rapper Slime Life Shoddy, and Martinez Arnold, rap name Little Duke, cut deals. Now today, Quantavious Greer or rapper Unfunk entered a guilty plea. All five have been sentenced to between 9 and 10 years on probation. They will also have to testify at the YSL trial if attorneys on either side ask them to.
The Fifth Amendment says I am not going to testify because I refuse to incriminate myself. You can do that.
Daryl Cohen is a prosecutor turned defense attorney. He's not involved in the YSL case, but is following it closely. If Gunna, Greer, or any of the others to take plea deals are called to testify, he says they can only use the Fifth Amendment to avoid certain questions, meaning they could offer valuable testimony.
But you cannot take the Fifth when it comes to testimony towards someone else or some other people that were involved in a crime.
Young Thug is charged with violating the state's RICO Act along with criminal street gang and firearms crimes. Other defendants face those same crimes, while a few are charged with murder and attempted murder. Cohen says with each guilty plea, remaining defendants might start becoming nervous.
More of a possibility that people are going to testify against me, and it may not just be one person, maybe 2 or 3 or 4. But on the other hand, I would use it and say, yeah, they pled guilty because they are guilty. We're pleading not guilty because we're not.
Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I mean, but he's trying to explain to you, that Young Thug is screwed. You understand? That's what he's trying to explain to you. Young Thug is screwed. For anybody that didn't get what the actual joke was, if you notice, he's laughing at the end of that.
They are guilty. We're pleading not guilty because we're not.
Yeah, this Young Thug is screwed. Those dudes are gonna 100% be called as witnesses, and if they don't testify, they're gonna have to go do that time. That's just what that is. I can't tell you no different. That's just what that is. They're gonna have to go do that time. We have to go do that time. That's it. It is what it is. I have to change up some of our parameters over here for a second. So if you are new to the channel, you are not going to be able to comment today, because I am going to make it so that it's custom. I hope you are enjoying the show, but you are not going to be able to comment. I'm going to put it on 10 days. There you go. So for the rest of today, we're not going to, if you're new to the page, you're not going to be able to comment. Shout out to Mike Jones. We got Mike Jones up in here. That Mike Jones super producer? I'm not sure which Mike Jones that is. I don't think Doug. You think Doug is gonna be able to beat this case? I think that they said that they have enough evidence for this trial to go on for something like 9 months, man. You know that, right? Not 10 days. Let's not do it 10 days. Somebody might have came in and did like a day or two or some shit. Let's not do 10 days. It's a lot of days. Yeah, no. You think Doug is gonna get 10 only? I think they trying to give Thug life. I think Homegirl is talking like she don't want anything less than life for Thug. I don't know what he's gonna get, but I know that they what they plan on going for, and they plan on going for life. She said that, by the way. This is not me just saying something. That's what Homegirl said, Fannie Willis. She said she going for life. They trying to put these dudes away forever. I know it's state. It's still a RICO, and off the first charge of racketeering, that's 10 or 15 by itself. Well, you're wishing the best. I got you. We'll see what happens. First of all, the phone got thrown out, just so we can be clear. So the phone got thrown out. So that's a lot of evidence that's not going to be able to be used. But it's still gonna hurt. That's all I'm trying to say. When they have actual witnesses that's going to be taking the stand, that were the people who were committing the crimes, that they're going to be saying, we committed a crime. I committed this crime because it was under the volition. I was encouraged to do this crime, paid to do this crime, told to do this crime, by this individual. That's gonna hurt, especially when they're admitting, no, I did the crime. Why do you think they're giving them the plea? They're allowing them to plea out to the crime that they then are gonna go and say that they did. You understand? Appreciate you, Green. That's what they're doing. For everybody that don't know, every last one of these individuals that you see that pled guilty, Doug is going to be held responsible for that crime that they pled guilty. You understand? Every last one of them, whatever the crimes is that they pled guilty to, they did it because Doug was the king. He was the godfather. So whatever crimes they did under his direction. You understand? And they've already copped out to the crime. It's looking bad. I'm telling you what they're doing. I've been telling y'all what the courts is going to be doing and been pretty accurate. I'm not telling you what's going to happen. I can't tell you what the verdict is going to be, but I can't tell you what the people are going to do. And I've been pretty accurate. I can't tell you what the verdict is going to be, but I could tell you, I've even told you what when in the freaking Tory Lanez trial, I was telling you these guys kinda, you know what I'm saying? I was hitting marks telling you who they was going to call and who they wasn't. I can't tell you what the verdict is, but I can tell you what the prosecution and what the defense is going to do. And I'm telling you right here, this is what the DA is doing. This is what the state is going to do. Every single person that cops out and cops a plea, the charge that they're copping to they're going to have to get on the stand and say that they did that in the furtherance of YSL. Every single crime that was done in the furtherance of YSL, they're going to attribute to Thug. You get it? So when I hear these dudes saying these guys is capping, but they not snitching, I'm like, you guys don't know shit, or you just want to just favor a nigga over another nigga. Now, I'm not against Thug. I'm not against none of these niggas. I'm just trying to deliver the news. I'm not wishing none of these dudes in jail. I'm not wishing none of these dudes free. I'm not wishing anything. When I say stuff like free Cass, yeah, that's me trying to throw support his way. Because so you don't forget his name. So I understand when people say free Thugger. That's because people trying to throw support Thugger's way. They're trying to keep his name alive. So please, if you want to say free Thugger, say free Thugger. Support your brother. Support the person you want to support. Don't pay me no attention. I'm just going to tell you what it really is, though. And what it really is, though, is looking bad. They got to hope. See, what happened is, I need y'all to understand, when that telephone got thrown out, now they have to offer the deals. You understand? Because the telephone is how they got the information on this shit. What these niggas might not know is some of these crimes that they might be in trouble with might have been on that damn phone. These niggas might have been able to walk and don't even know it. Remember, a lot of them didn't have attorneys. And it didn't matter because once Gunna took the deal, it was a wrap. Just so everybody know. Once Gunna took the deal, it was a wrap. Yeah, he took the deal first. That was a wrap. It was done. Whatever it was going to be is what it was going to be. Niggas was like, you go against the grain. Do I have to bring the Bible up every time I talk about why I'm have a position? Like, should I start doing that? Like, every time I have a position about something, whether you agree with me or not, maybe it'll help better if I explain why I have that position. Because then I'm gonna explain too much. You know what I'm saying? But it's definitely looking bad for Gunna. Thug. I expect, just so we could be clear, that there's gonna be more people who's gonna just come forward and want to have they wiping people's slates clean, though. These crimes that these dudes, if they could have got convicted for, would have been doing 20 years. They're giving them 10 years suspended sentences, 5 years suspended sentences. Adjusting which crimes that they're actually going to charge them and getting rid of other crimes all the way out the window. They're giving niggas clean slates to snitch on Thugger. I don't think they'd be doing that for 10 years, with all due respect. But free Thugger, show that nigga some support. That's a fact. I'm pretty sure for whatever he's being accused of, everybody has people that they feed. And I'm pretty sure Thugger's fed a lot of people. Him being locked up prevents these people from being fed. So there's good sides and there's bad sides to everything. So I would expect there to be people that want to, like, I expect there to be people that want to support Meg. I'm just saying that some of the people that are supporting Meg, you're not supposed to be supporting Meg. Not this way. You could be like, you know, supportive of her, but you can't go at Tory. You understand? Because at the end of the day, it's still supposed to be, we got to treat our black women better. So if somebody treat a black woman wrong, your first thing is that we're gonna, just so we could be clear, jump all the way out the window before we know for certain. Because and not for nothing, as far as the way I feel about it, I don't think anything was proven in court. I don't think we should have to prove that we're innocent. Period. That's just, I don't care what nobody say. We shouldn't have to prove that we're innocent. You're gonna lose that fight more than win, even when you're innocent. You understand? Because if you gotta prove that you're innocent, then the person already think that you're guilty. They already operating from the spectrum of negativity. I'm gonna say this much. I 100% think that Tory Lanez put himself in this situation. I think he broke his covenant with the Most High because of the ways that he had relations with them women. So therefore, when he needed the protection, he needed the Most High's cloak of armor. It wasn't there. We got to treat people better. So I'm fine with them talking about the Tory Lanez situation, because we talk about it from the aspect that we have to be better at relationships. But we talk about it from the aspect that we got to just treat each other better, men and women. We talk about it from that aspect. But we make it a teachable moment. I'm just asking. Because these are our activists, right? Tell me where I'm wrong. These are our activists. These are our leaders. These are the people that's supposed to be calm in the eye of the storm, right? Use this as a teachable moment. How about that? Maybe the whole way we look at relationships is wrong. I'm going to say something, and I've said this numerous times over here, but I'm fearful of getting in a relationship, or even, because nowadays we live in this world where you're expected to not be faithful. Like, we live in this world where people really think the title of being a husband, being a wife, being a boyfriend, being a girlfriend, whatever the fuck the title might be, that's just so you can have somebody, but it's okay to go sleep around like that. And that's just the society we live in. Like, people think something wrong with you if you don't cheat. Like, for real, for real. So that's the society that we live in. Our influencers have to do better. I applaud Cardi B when she got married and when she got pregnant. We was over here on the channel talking about it all the time. We applauded her. Thank you for showing our youth that you could get into a meaningful relationship and still have a career and still be happy. Then Nicki Minaj went about doing it, and she had the worst time because the police and everybody came out because of the dude she was with. But Nicki happy right now. She in a relationship. She's married. She got a husband. They got a kid. They happy. Just saying. Know what you need in life and go chase that. If you chasing what other people need in life, you're never gonna be complete. That's why jealousy doesn't make sense. Why would you chase something that's meant for somebody else? I don't know. It don't make sense to me. I don't know how to. My logic is a lot different. I don't know what to say. I don't think I was meant for this world and shit. Because a lot of shit that people think is normal and shit is okay. I don't think it's okay. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I don't think there's nothing wrong with having more than one wife, but first of all, you have to be able to afford having a family. That's one. Two, you having a wife or a harem, because there's a difference. You have 2 or 3 wives, or do you got a harem? Because it's different. And I'm not speaking on harems. I'm talking about having more than one wife. There's a TV show, it's dope, called Big Love. Go check it out. It's HBO. But you have to be able to afford them financially, spiritually, emotionally. And shout out to Derrick Rose. Did you see his Christmas pictures? He has his wife and he has his baby mama, and they got matching PJs on, apparently. That he doesn't have matching PJs on about. So I'm guessing it was all their plan. So you can have a life that isn't necessarily monogamous. It's a polyamorous life. I'm not against that. What I'm saying is, I don't know how many people is capable of or should have that type of lifestyle. A lot of us is not doing what we need to be doing, or we're not where we need to be. So we need to focus on different things. All due respect. I've been looking at what Loke was saying. I think I might have been off on that. I might have got what you were saying wrong, but I might have got that shit is still on my brain, by the way. I might have got what you were saying wrong. I might have got. And by the way, I go by and look back at almost every conversation that I have with somebody whenever there's some kind of shit going on at some point during the show, just so y'all know. Locke says, I doubt Doug gets off. I live in Atlanta and that shit got several bad murders involved in it. They specifically only want him. So I think that that's the biggest issue and or problem, because they plan on, as far as I know, as far as I can tell, they plan on attributing all those crimes to Doug, as far as him being the kingpin of it. That's what they plan on doing. I'm not. That's what it looks like. I could be wrong. I'm not saying anything against Thug, for Thug, or whatever. I'm just explaining my position or what I've heard, or the way that I feel about what I heard. Look at this guy. Look what she says. Heard him? You know what? You might not have heard it too clear there, right? So let me get the one with the actual words on it also. She said they just want to get the leader. That's it.
As a lay witness, we'll put in the videos through him as a lay witness. That's fine too. We just want to get the videos in. I don't care who's coming. Witness, we'll put in the videos through him as a lay witness. That's fine too. We just want to get the videos in. 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 We just want to get the videos in.
Like, you trying to live up to a street code. It's just like, I live up to a human code. Like, I'm not loyal to Gilly. I'm not loyal to you. I'm not loyal to Dora, Dolly, my girl. I'm not loyal to nothing. I'm loyal to life. I'm not going to tell on you because I don't supposed to tell. Not because you Gilly the kid.
Right.
I don't give a fuck if you're a roach.
Right.
Nigga, you can be a nigga who I just met tonight. Nigga, the police pull up and they find your gun. Nigga, I'm not finna tell the police this your gun. Just because you're a stranger and I don't know you, or you 70 years old, so it'll never come out that I ratted her. Nothing gonna make me tell.
Right.
It don't matter who it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I live on them tight code, bro. I'm loyal to life.
You live on them Cleveland Avenue codes,
yeah,
man.
Yeah, loyal to life, bro.
I mean, it go all the way back to Cleveland Avenue.
I tell all my niggas too, every nigga who I fuck with, man, do not be loyal to me. Be loyal to life. Be loyal to the earth. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to the code. Be loyal to what you're supposed to be. Nigga, this is a code, like.
Right. Because if you ain't loyal to yourself, how the fuck you gonna be loyal to me, man?
Right. You're not loyal to the code. Nigga, I'm a part of the code.
You know what I'm saying?
You're not loyal to that. Like, you basically saying, I'll tell on you if you went thug. If you like, man, I ain't telling on thug. You basically saying if I went thug, you'll consider telling. Then you'll take that into consideration.
Right.
If I wasn't me. So it's like, hey, don't be silent for me. Be silent for you.
Nah, man. It's not. These folks come out, I done shot and killed somebody now. What? Yeah, that was just say on the thing. It say accused. It say on the one who I don't know. This shit counts.
Okay.
These folks trying goddamn murder, gang charges, and like they saying I'm trying to like get more ranking in the game. That's why I guess that's why the shit I did, whatever the shit they accused him, he's like it's for initiation, like a higher rank in the game. Like I'm.
Yeah, but that's why you just need to cooperate and do what you got to do to get on up out of there, because you have a son.
Yeah.
So you can't be. Yeah, but that's why you just need to cooperate and do what you got to do to get on up out of there, because you have a son.
Yeah.
So you can't. Yeah, but that's why you just need to cooperate and do what you got to do to get on up out of there, because you have a son.
Yeah.
So you.
Be silent for motherfucking. Be loyal to life. Be loyal to the earth. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to.
Man, it go all the way back to Cleveland Avenue.
I tell all my niggas too, every nigga who I fuck with, man, do not be loyal to me. Be loyal to life. Be loyal to the earth. Be loyal to yourself. Be loyal to the code. Be loyal to what you supposed to be. Nigga, this is a code. Like,
Right. Because if you ain't loyal to.
I'm gonna say this, and I want to be clear. If you're on the street, you're not supposed to be snitching. Period. There is nothing about that. What happened, Ganju? I did something wrong? If you in the street, you can't be snitching. You can't be a part of the stuff that people doing out here that you know is illegal. You know you're not supposed to be doing it. Then you snitch. Snitching is not good. I'm against snitching. My thing is, I'm saying stop committing the crime. So I'm not here advocating. The audio is crazy. Yeah, I'm here advocating. Yeah. Oh, you like how I put that together? You like how I put that together? You like how I put that together? Come on, I'm Jack. You like how I put that together, right? So I'm not advocating out here for anybody getting off for crimes that they're doing. You understand? I'm never advocating for that. Stop committing crimes. Because snitching is wrong. And a lot of you niggas turn into snitches because y'all ain't got no choice. You're going to get all the years, you're going to snitch and only get some of the years. Right? Snitching is wrong. The easiest way to not be a snitch is not to commit any crimes. Don't you work on that? That's what I'm saying. How can we make it easier for people not to commit crimes? First of all, we got to get resources to our communities. We got to start talking to our local legislation. Whoever your community leaders is, you got to get on their backs. This is a fact. Because they supposed to be annoying the mayor so they can bring resources to our community. You understand? So you got to find your local community leaders, whoever the hell they are. And if they're not doing their job, they got to get the heck up out of here. That's it. And then from there, you make sure that you. So that's what we need to be doing. We got to get resources to the community. Going and mess us, we can't talk to the mayor to bring it. Our local community leaders can. Because they can go to the mayor and say, look, I got a whole area over here and y'all gonna need our votes. We got 40,000 people that live in that neighborhood. You're gonna need our votes. I got 50,000 people in my district. You're gonna need our votes. That's how that works. And then the mayor goes, puts a thing on, and then he shows up like he's a whole hero, which he is, by the way. If he's bringing resources, you are a hero at all times. Let's not get this confused. So I say all that to say, there are a lot of people down there that got a lot of love for Gunna, and there's a lot of people down there that got a lot of love for Thug. I don't know the situation. There's a lot of people down there that just got love for YSL. They got love for these guys. Gunna was financing a school store where I think the children was able to get shit for free, and like things giving clothes and everything for free. Like Gunna was doing a lot of shit down there. I'm not 100% sure what Thug was doing, but Gunna was doing a lot of shit down there. I heard Thug was also doing a lot of things down there. These guys is active in their community, bringing resources to the community. So you can't be mad at the community when the community loved them, when the people that we are hiring to bring resources to the community are not bringing resources. Understand? You want people to get mad at Thug at whatever the crimes that he's being accused of, but he's gonna have a lot of supporters. Because you want to know what? Our local community leaders, they're not doing half the work that this guy is doing. This guy shows up at this time of the year when we need assistance. This guy shows up in that time of the year when we need assistance. He's helpful in our community. We know him. How many of y'all know y'all local councilmen? Know who they are, or even voted in that election? All due respect. Just saying. So what are we really doing? So we got to figure out a way to fix this, get this problem sorted out with our neighborhoods and with our community. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to support Thug. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to support Gunna. And I am not ever telling anybody not to support them. Shout out to Casanova 2 Times. Casanova 2 Times he did a whole Christmas giveaway and he locked up in jail currently. But somehow him and his people was able to reach out, and he was able to reach out and get shit done from being locked up. Shout out to Casanova 2 Times. And just so we could be clear, he was doing that before he got locked up also. Casanova 2 Times was giving back to the community before he got locked up. All right? So a lot of these guys are. So you can't always just throw niggas away because they was in a bad situation. I would love to be a part of a writing team that wrote for I'm going to tell you something. So, remember when Power and Empire came out? I think his odds is good because his attorneys were terrible. Because one of the reasons why you could get an appeal was because you didn't get proper representation. I think his attorneys were terrible. So I believe his appeals he has a good room for appeal. His attorneys was terrible. It was a bad trial. We all saw it be a bad trial also. Not for nothing. But maybe somebody got big bucks somewhere and nobody's going to listen to his appeal. I don't know what to tell you. But, yeah, his attorneys didn't do a good job. Yes, that's the reason for an appeal. So, yeah, I believe if, in all fairness, if everything is fair, I believe, yeah, absolutely, he can have an appeal. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. All things fair. All things even. Shout out to, look, man, I keep trying to tell you I know what I'm talking about. Look what Ganju said. I keep trying to tell you I know what I'm talking about. Shout out to Ganju. Keep trying to tell you I know what I'm talking about. Max B got his time reversed arguing. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, his lawyers did a bad job, man. I'm telling you his lawyers did a bad job. I think when we were arguing the case, we put on a better defense than his lawyer did, in my opinion. Sorry about that. Why when I stop talking do the numbers go up? Do when I stop talking, do y'all be like contacting people like he stopped talking? Come in here now. What's happening? Yeah, so I believe he can argue that his legal representation wasn't adequate. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what it is, by the way. Not having adequate legal representation. I believe you can argue that. That's why they say don't be your own attorney, because that's an appeal. You can't go after that. You understand what I'm saying? Like if you're your own attorney and you lose, that's not an appeal you can take. You can't then say I didn't got good representation. They're gonna look at you like my nigga. It was you. You was all of your representations. That's what they're gonna say. You feel me? That's why it don't make sense for you to go. That's why don't be your own attorney. Always have an attorney. Even if you gotta hire, even if you're an attorney and you have to hire somebody that's not as that you don't believe is as good as you, hire the attorney. It's just what you do. Psychiatrists go to psychiatrists. That's the best way that I could put it. Psychiatrists go to a psychiatrist. You get it? That's the best way I could put it. Psychiatrists ain't at home trying to fix themselves. They looking in the mirror like, hey, you, I'm talking to you. They're not doing that. So silly. They're not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? Like they actually, psychiatrists have psychiatrists. That's why every time somebody say you need to go talk to somebody, the first thing I think in my brain is, you know what? You might need to go talk to somebody. Because people that need to talk to somebody is usually the people that say that. This is a fact. At least in my experience. People that say that is usually the people that really need to go talk to somebody. But we all need to have somebody to speak with, by the way. That's one of the first things you learn. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. But that is one of the first things you learn. Have somebody to talk to. Also, don't marry one of those people either. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. It's either gonna be magnificent or it's gonna be terrible. I promise you. It's either gonna be magnificent or terrible. Because there's only two type of people that go actually get that job, by the way. Don't leave it at that. There's only two type of people that really go after that job. Both of them type A personalities, but there's only two type of people that really go after that job. There's a lot of sociopaths. Pardon me. There's a lot of is it sociopath or is it psychopaths? I think it's sociopaths. There's a lot of sociopaths and psychiatrists. Is it sociopath? I think it's a sociopath. I forget which one. Fetty Wap sentencing is coming in 3 weeks. Let's get some Fetty Wap information going on. Let's talk some Fetty Wap. So Fetty Wap is getting sentenced for the they took the fentanyl and they only put it for the weed, right? Is it also for the gun? I'm curious. I know they're not attributing any of the fentanyl to him, right? They attributing the gun and they attributing weed or some shit, right? How could they even attribute gun to him? Like, them niggas got caught halfway over there. They just said his name. No, I don't got nothing to do with this. What are you talking about? I don't know how they got my number. Talk to my lawyer. I think they got it on the phone. That was not me. I have an actual person running around trying to do my voice. It's crazy. I don't know what to tell you. Fucking bananas. I'm getting hungry. What time is it? I did not sleep last night, so I'm starving. His lawyer told me he did a secret plea. What's that? Ooh. So they already know what he's gonna get. That's why they took the shit off then. They already know what he's gonna get. He already know what he's gonna get. It's probably not a suspended sentence. It probably. How much money was it? It was money and weed, right? I don't know how much it was, but he's probably spending. I don't think it's gonna be a suspended sentence though. Maybe he's been languishing for quite some time. They might say time served, right? He's been sitting for a minute. He's been sitting for a minute. They might say time served. For us, a child is born. To us, a son is given. The government will be on his shoulders, and he will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting, Father, Prince of Peace. Isaiah 9:6. I've been reading this myself. I haven't been reading it online much. Now do. Do anybody look at their keyboard all the time when they're texting? Nobody does that anymore, right? I want to listen to something real quick, and somebody sent me something. I'm going to listen to it real quick. I'm going to put y'all on mute. I'm going to put y'all on mute. Okay, so allegedly there is a video of what happened at the shooting with Tory Lanez. Could somebody's ring alarm or car? I mean, I don't know. But apparently, Choke No Joke, shout out to Choke No Joke. We fuck with Joke. Choke No Joke said that there is apparently a video out there of what actually happened. So then why wasn't either, I don't know what to think about that. I don't know what to think about that. I'm not gonna put too much into it. I don't know what to think about it. I'm not saying it's not a thing, but I didn't see either side making a big deal about where the hell it was. Is that fair? I didn't see either side like, oh man, we got to find that tape. Like that should have been something one of the sides would have said if it would have benefited anyone at all, right? Right? I think it's almost after lunch. Anything y'all want to talk about? Put it in the chat. Oh, we talking about Fetty. I don't know. What else y'all want to say? What else is there about Fetty we need to know? What up to the few? Salute. If anybody want to help Jack Frost have a Merry Christmas, y'all could always pull up to the Cash App or to the Super Chats. Just so we be clear. Also, it's no stress on nobody, so I'm just saying the thing. Nobody has no obligation to do nothing. I gotta say that also, apparently. I don't know. I guess I'm gonna let y'all. I'm gonna. It's time to eat, but I'm not gonna buy nothing from that place today. I think I'm just gonna have hamburgers. I'm gonna go buy some hamburgers. Make some hamburgers. I ain't gonna buy some ketchup. Like, I got onion rings in there and shit. And it's a deal on French fries at the damn. Like, am I the only one that do this? So I live alone, obviously. So I usually just walk around and see what the deals are, and that's how I decide what I'm gonna eat. Like, is there anything wrong with that? Like that, because that makes it so I'm constantly. I don't eat the same thing all the time because I don't get tired of nothing I like. Like if I like something, I don't get tired of it. Like ever. Like I gotta remind myself to do stuff different. You understand? Like if I like something, I won't get tired of it. So yes, a sealed plea 100% sounds like snitching. Just so we could be clear, the reason why you have the plea sealed is because you don't want the contents of it getting out at whenever the court date is happening. I'm assuming that it's going to be sealed for maybe a couple of months, maybe a couple of years, and then people will be able to look at it. I'm not 100% sure. But yes, whenever you see somebody have a sealed plea, 9 times out of 10, they snitched on somebody. That's a fact. And I believe Ganju was saying that Fetty Wap has a sealed plea. I believe that's what he's saying. Maybe we go to Fetty Wap sentencing. Should we pull up the Fetty Wap sentencing? Wait, where's the sentencing going to be? In New York or New Jersey? If it's in Jersey, I ain't got a car. If it's in New York, we pull up. Yeah, if he has a secret plea, Long Island, we might pull up. Oh, Long Island, we are not pulling up. I don't got a car. So, what the fuck? No, I don't get no fucking. There's people that believe something like that. So just so we could be clear, Long Island, I can't make it to. That's not gonna happen. Just so anybody knows, no, I'm not on anything. If you see any kind of paperwork of anybody saying that I'm on any type of thing, please let me know so I can call the federal government because they are committing a federal crime. Copy? There is no check for me for nothing. If you hear about anybody saying that there's a check for me, please let me know because they're using my social security number and they're committing a federal crime. And I would like to know. So if you have any proof of anybody doing anything like this, like these people is saying in the chat, I'm not running from it. Please let me know. I need to go to the courts immediately and have these people incarcerated for fraud. Just so we could be clear. Well, other than that, we would have showed up, but nah, I'm not gonna be able to make it to Long Island. It's not gonna happen. I don't got a car. But if I did have a car, I would have went out to Long Island. All right, copy. So I don't know. If I had a car, I'd go. I mean, what the fuck? Ain't got a car. Can't go. It is what it is. We're gonna do all the other things. What the fuck? Sorry about that. Just got a very upsetting message. I'm gonna say this much. Listen and pay attention. Whenever you hear about these dudes doing signed deals, why would you have a signed secret deal if you're not doing something that you don't want people to see? You know what I'm saying? So if they're saying that this dude got a signed secret deal, then yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%. Somebody was just in my mailbox the other day looking through my mail too. I don't get mail, right? So I got long story. Oh man, I was just thinking about that. Yo, this shit is crazy. People are really crazy, yo. Oh man, can y'all please stop believing people that is talking about me? I don't care who they are. If they not me, please stop believing them. What the fuck? I'm literally over here minding my business in my own world, doing my own thing, minding my own business. Also, I can't be scamming if I'm actually doing an incredible job every single time we talk about a court case. I'm actually doing a pretty good job. If anybody actually likes any of the content that we're doing, you can always hit the like button and or pull up to the Cash App, the Super Chat, or the PayPal. Shout out to Louis Frias. Happy holidays to you, my brother. What you want to talk about? Put it in chat. Favorite Christmas movie? Put it in the chat. Favorite Christmas movie? What is your favorite Christmas movie? I'm not sure what my favorite Christmas movie is. Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, by the way. That's the second Batman. Batman 89 was the first one. Batman Returns with the Penguin and the Catwoman was the second one. That was a Christmas movie. Just reminding y'all something. Christmas movie. I think the second Die Hard was a damn Christmas movie too. I think they just kept releasing Die Hard during Christmas. Shout out to that shit. I think he's very underrated. I just want to say this real quick. So when that Bruce Willis came about, which I gotta understand, he came from the TV show Moonlighting. That shit was incredible. I used to love it. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone owned the box office. They was the prototypical hero because they was big and strong, and you see them ripped up and cut up with muscles. This nigga looked like some nigga that just jumped up off the couch. And he just pulled up and did that shit better than all of them. He changed the way they started making movies. They stopped going and only getting the big, strong, buff guys. He paved the way. So I'm just telling y'all, like, if y'all don't know about cinema, you know what I'm saying? If you don't study cinema at all. So yeah, and I think that's one of the main reasons why the first Die Hard movie is revered so much, because especially by auteurs, especially by people that do film, because you're probably gonna study it while you're in school, and the effects that it had on the film business. Like, it had a big effect. We don't get the Will Smiths of the world, bro. Christmas Story, incredible. That's one of my favorites. Christmas Story is one of my favorites. Christmas Story is one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. That's a fact. That's good. That's good. That's one of my favorites. I wonder if there's any Star Wars movies that was released around Christmas. Hold on. Why don't we see what Christmas movies is out there? Let's see, right? Right. See what movies they got up there. There's some Christmas movies they got. Popular Christmas movies. This is not popular. What the fuck are they talking about the night before? I seen that, but that's not popular. These guys fucking with me. Krampus? What are y'all talking about? Hold on. Okay, no, these guys. These is just terrible. Night Before Christmas. Okay. Night Before Christmas. That's something nobody named yet. A Charlie Brown Christmas. That's something else nobody named yet. Night Before damn Christmas, man. Why can't the screen go right back? Hey, here we go. Polar Express. Nobody wants to see that. Who thinks Polar Express? Home Alone is a Christmas movie. I forgot about that. Home Alone is a Christmas movie. Somebody already said The Grinch. What the fuck is this part of me? The Jingle Jangle? No, this is nobody's favorite Christmas movie. Maybe Deaf Blind People, the Helen Keller group. Pretty sure nobody wants Ernest Saves Christmas at the top of Christmas with Cranks. I don't know if that was funny, but I think I heard it was funny. I didn't see that. Oh, there go a classic. Miracle on 34th Street. Constantly trying to tell us that old dude is flying all over America. Have you seen old people that can barely get off the couch? They flying all over the globe in one night. Next time an old dude try to tell me that they can't do physical labor, I'm going to bring up Santa. What are you talking about? Santa does all that work in one night. You talking about what is that? National Lampoon? National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is pretty good. Chevy Chase. This is funny. This is pretty good. I fuck with it. See some images real quick. I fuck with this movie. Everybody that goes. This is one of the funny Christmas movies. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you. You also said A Christmas Story, right? Oh, yeah, I was about to say this. They're making another Christmas Story, apparently, also. By the way, he's about to be grown up. It's going to be on HBO Max. we looking at Santa right here. This Santa got to be. This Santa about to kick him dead in the face. Get out of here, kid. Christmas Story. Yeah, it's classic. Not for it. I ain't gonna keep looking at these Christmas movies. Go find. Dude, is there a Christmas movie that has to deal with Star Trek, but not that sucky shit with the Wookiees? Not Star Trek, Star Wars, but not the sucky shit with the Wookiees. Let's see. Because the Wookiees have some terrible shit going on. I don't know what the hell that was about. Big Star Wars. Big Star Wars guy. Next Star Wars. I like almost all media that's incredibly long writing, like stuff like this, stories like this, where you really are using the imagination. Yo, I'm gonna tell you something that y'all didn't know. Y'all know the first. I don't know if y'all knew this or not. Do you know that the first Star Wars toys actually, okay, so look what happened. So George Lucas, Star Wars is coming out, right? They're trying to drop it during the holiday season or whatever. They wanted the toys to come out during the holiday season so they could be ready for Christmas. But what happened was the toys wasn't going to be ready for Christmas, so they couldn't sell them. It wasn't going to be in the stores for parents to buy them for Christmas. So what they sold was freaking like baseball cards. And then when the toys were ready, you were able to go back to the store with the baseball cards and get the toys. George Lucas, genius, doing stuff that nobody didn't do. That's why whenever anybody try to tell me to fall in line and do what everybody else is doing, I take that like you're trying to take away from my shine. Why you want me to do like everybody else is doing? Why can't I be myself? What about who me being me makes you uncomfortable? That makes you want to try to force me to be different? Why don't you just leave from around me? You don't have to be uncomfortable if you just leave. I'm not gonna follow you. Don't worry about it. I promise you I'm not gonna follow you. I don't do the revenge. I don't do none of that. I'd just be absolutely happy to not have to be around the people. I don't do the revenge. I don't do none of that. It's not mine. I don't do that. I'm not on that type of time. Sometimes people be mad at you. Listen, I'm gonna say something. Sometimes people be mad at you, right? But they're not mad at you because you did anything wrong. They're mad at you because maybe something happened, and because of the way they feel about you, they take in what you did negative. And because of the way they feel about you, they think that you're trying to do something bad to them. And you don't got nothing to do with nothing. The shit you might be doing might not even have nothing to do with them. You know, like you go do something to improve your life, and somebody think you are buying that car because you just trying to make me feel bad, or you're buying that coat because you want to throw it in my face. You understand? So you got to understand these is people that they got their own problems. They don't got shit to do with you. They got their own shit going on. They don't got nothing to do with you. Zero things. Now I'm ready to go try to contact the federal government to see if somebody is trying to collect anything in my fucking name. I'm dead serious. You think I'm joking? I'm thinking about contacting the federal government today. That shit, I'm concerned about that shit now. I'm not even lying to you. I'm really concerned about that shit because I got fuck people in my family and they will do some shit like that. I grew up in the age where a lot of people did that to their kids. That's what y'all don't know about. In the 80s and in the 90s, especially in the 80s, more than in the 90s, in the early 90s, in the 80s and the early 90s, a lot of people were trying to get free checks from the government. So they was going and trying to tell the government that their kid had problems with them, even when their kid didn't have no problems. And I'm going to tell you something that's fucked up. I know some kids that were forced to get medicated because, they checked them. That was forced to get medicated, and I knew them, like, in elementary school and stuff like that. They were just regular kids. And then they started getting medicated, and now them niggas completely different. And the only reason why they had to get medicated was because their parent lied and said that there was something wrong with them. There wasn't even nothing wrong with them. That was a problem in the 80s. A real big problem. That was a bad problem up until it really started making it so that you go get public assistance and they hold like the public assistance thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a long story. I don't want to get into that. We're not talking about nothing really political right now. And it's Sunday, so it's a day of joy and to rejoice. So I really don't want to. I'm really feeling really bad even talking about the topic we're talking about, to be honest with you. That's why I'm trying not to really hang too closely to the topic. And I am also just hungry. Not for nothing. I'm gonna make hamburgers today anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm gonna make hamburgers today. One more thing I want to say. One more thing I want to say. Nah, I gotta contact those guys. I want to say something real quick. So, the last couple of days, we had artists play their music on here. If you contacting me and sending me your music, and you can't even give me $10 to play your song, my nigga, I'm not doing nothing wrong. And I'm not trying to talk bad. I'm just saying, if you sending me your music because you want me to play your music, this is what I do for a living. This isn't what I do for whatever. I do this for a living. So if you want me to play your music, I don't got a problem. But you want me to play your music, but you can't give me $10, $20 to play your music. You can't pay the rates. And that's low. Like, that's basically for nothing. So the point in which I'm trying to say is, please stop sending me your music if you don't want to do business. And I'm not trying to be a dick. And don't tell me that you donated money 3 years ago, and so therefore I still have an obligation. I donated money to you 16 months ago. You have an obligation to me still. Because that's what people tell me, by the way. I'm not talking about, look, that's what people tell me. And I'm not saying one person. I'm saying that's literally what almost everybody tells me. They donated money to the platform at one time or another, so now I have an obligation still, even though they donated money, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years ago. I still have an obligation to do this and the obligation to do that. If you are currently actively in our community and you are trying to help the channel stay alive, then yes, I do have an obligation. When you were being a part of our community previously, I had an obligation then too. But if you're not a part of our community anymore, I don't have an obligation. If you would like your music played, I would love to play your music. If you're taking that any way other than the way it is, then go for it. Because you pay other people. You just don't want to pay me. So don't let that go over your head while you pissed off over there giving your money to the other guy saying F Jack Frost, he won't pay me for free. I got a lot of texts from artists. Okay, y'all want to work? Let's work. Other than that, I don't know what to tell you. Honestly, I don't know what to say. Is it that you only want to be on the BBN network if I do it for free? If that's what it is, just tell me. Just be like, yo, Jack, only way I want to be on your platform is if you're going to put me for free. Just tell me. So I can immediately put you on mute. Just so we can be clear. I'm going to let y'all go. Everybody just enjoy your day, man. I'm pretty sure y'all got family, friends, everything that you're going to do. Go out there, blow out some candles for me. I don't know what the hell y'all do on Christmas, but whatever the Christmas thing that y'all do or the Hanukkah thing that you do or the whatever thing that you do to celebrate for today and future days, do some of those things for me. Be like, this is for Jack. I appreciate you guys. With that being said, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang, hashtag Grown Storms, let's get it. Love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you, and that's all I got on this one. I'm out. Making this damn thing don't move. Yeah.